Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sah Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. Hari Om everyone. Welcome to Balvihar 2024-25. So thank you so much for all of you who are here on time. And I sound like a broken tape, but if you're on time, you're late. So, for Balavihar, our expectation is please be here at least 5 to 10 minutes before, so that the children don't see an empty classroom. That's why we say that, right? So we want to make sure everyone follows that. Thanks a lot. So it has been a tremendous journey for all of us. There are a lot of new people, but there are a lot of others who have been with the mission for a long time as well. Balavihar has been one of the pillars of our association together, right? Thanks to Swamiji, thanks to the mission, we are all together here because of Balavihar in a way. So I think first, thank you so much for your seva, for the time, for the effort, for all the great things that you do for the mission. So give yourself a round of applause for an amazing group of volunteers that we have. Without you, this mission will not be as vibrant as it is. So today it's our Balavihar kickoff. We want to give you an idea of what we plan to do in 2024-25. It is not any different from previous years, just that, orient ourselves. We all had a nice break for the summer, so we can orient ourselves and get back to the Balavihar routine. So what we have lined up, we want to introduce the admin team. We'll talk about where our Balavihar registrations are, some guidelines in terms of administration so that we can run this smoothly. It is our constant endeavor to make sure that we make it easy, comfortable for all of us to operate. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about our calendar. We'll talk about our monthly programs, our seva activities. Then we'll look at our list of Balavihar teachers. We'll welcome our new teachers. We'll talk about language class, Bhagavad Gita chanting. And then, what are the Chinmaya activities that we are going to do in the next 2 years? The next 2 years are going to be very, very busy for us. And in 2026, we plan to have our Mahasamadhi camp in New Jersey. So there's a lot of work that we need to do. And we will talk about that as well. And then, of course, Swamiji will provide us with his guidance and closing remarks. That's what we have planned for the next hour and a half, followed by an amazing lunch. So hopefully you'll all enjoy the next 1.5 hours. So first, I want to introduce the admin team. So my name is Ramachandran, and I am the coordinator for the Friday session. I would request Suresh to stand up. Suresh is working on the food as well. So Suresh is our so me and Suresh are the Friday coordinators. Manoj Nair is our AV coordinator. Then right on time, we have the AM coordinator, Vilas, walking in, and Sriram. Sriram is not here, and Kiran is our AV coordinator. For Sunday PM we have Vasava and Indrajit, and Shiv Kumar is a new coordinator, so AV coordinator. If Shiv Kumar can stand up, give him a round of applause. So for whatever reason, if some of us are not here, then we have Lakshmi Iyer. Where is Lakshmi? He is our backup. So he is available when any one of us are not there. Then all our house activities, all of you know about the 4 houses that we have. For teachers who are new, we do have 4 houses. The children are split between houses. House activities are managed by Jayashree. Jayashree, if you can just, all the new teachers will also know. We have a very vibrant Annadanam program and activities that we do under what we call CORD, which is Chinmaya Organization for Rural Development. All those activities are coordinated by Vaijayanti. For language classes, believe it or not, language class is our biggest Balvihar session. So we have, on average, we have between 250 to 300 children in each session of Balvihar, but we have at least 500 registering for language class. Whether they turn up is another matter, but 500 are registered. So it is our biggest Balvihar session. So we have Purnima. Purnima is not here today, but Lakshmi, Sundaresh, and Hari Iyer. Is Hari here? Yeah. So give him a round of applause. He's our new coordinator for the language classes. Hari, if you can stand up one more time. So as you all know, we have an adult study group in every session, and all our adult study groups are moderated by our volunteers. The adult study groups are, study group moderators are moderated by Rajan. so Rajan ji he'll be coming probably a little later. So that Rajan ji manages all adult study groups, and Vijay Lakshmi and Anjana are responsible for Gita chanting. So you will get instructions to play the Gita slokas, and you will get mails in that WhatsApp group from Vijay. So look out for them when you are in your classes. Okay, so that's the team. Of course, they are just here to guide us in, or help us be in, have some guardrails to make the things work well here. But all of you are equally responsible. I mean, in your own way, you are all ambassadors of Chinmaya Mission. You are the people who are interacting more with the children and their parents than all these people, because the parents know you as teachers. The parents know you as and the children know you. I mean, the children may or may not know all these people on this slide, but they definitely know you. So you are carrying the torch of Chinmaya Mission, so may do the needful. And if there are, so one thing, see, we are all here to help you, and if there is any challenge, any issue, anything, be it administrative, be it related to the facility, be it related to, some child is not behaving well, please bring it up to the coordinators. See, what we have seen is people teachers try to manage it themselves. Sometimes you can, sometimes you cannot. But even if you can, please let us know that there is an issue or there is something happening, because we hear about it post facto. I have one teacher who came up and said, my class was so difficult to manage that she decided not to teach. We don't want that situation, guys. We are here to help you manage those. We have some professionals who can help us in situations like this if needed. So if there is a student related issue, if there is a parent related issue, please let us know. Don't keep it with yourself and then it becomes too late to intervene. So early intervention in such cases is better than waiting for things to fester. So just want to leave that thought with you. As we stand, we are at 5:54. This is as of 4th. If Shankar is here, maybe I don't know if the number has grown up. 575. So typically parents wake up now. So they remember, oh, Balvihar, we didn't register. Hopefully, they will all start registering. Our number last year was 800. The previous 2 years, because of COVID, we had slightly lesser numbers. We had 550 in 2021, 650 in 2022. But last year we had 800. We expect to hit 800 or more. And we do have an open house. It's going to be on September 21st. It's just so that we make sure, if people have not registered, we can rally the troops and, rally the community to join. So this is where we stand. So quickly on administrative guidelines, see, we do have an attendance roster and it is on best class. So, many of you have used best class, but and there are a lot of new teachers, we will have a session. I will request Shankarji to just spend half an hour on a session with anyone who does not know how to use best class. And we will do it between now and start of Balvihar. So Balvihar start date is September 13th and September 15th. So between now and then, we will have a half an hour session for anybody who does not know how to use best class or who does not remember. Okay, because best class is what we are using to do our attendance in the classroom. So it's very easy. We have made it as easy as it can get. All you need to do is open it on your phone and just tap on the child's name to say present. So it's we will do another session for all those who want a refresher and for all the new teachers. We do want a WhatsApp group set up with the parents of all your students, so that that we have figured that emails people don't read. So WhatsApp also people don't read if it is too many messages, but at least it's a good way to communicate with the parents. So please set up a WhatsApp group for all the teachers of the same grade. There is a WhatsApp group already created. Hopefully all of you have got it. We have added all the 6 coordinators to those groups. So if there is a grade related issue, first reach out to the teachers within your grade. Ask them, how do I solve this problem, or what did you do when, it is, your curriculum related. And that is also used for, if one of you is not available, the first place to go is ask in that WhatsApp group if another teacher from the same grade can help you back up. So for instance, 1 week, both teach, and why we have 2 teachers is, if one is not there, the other is available to run the class. But for whatever reason, if both are not there, the first place to go is this WhatsApp group and ask. And please don't do it on, Saturday evening at 7:30. It's very difficult for people to reschedule for Sunday. If you know, please ask at least 2-3 days ahead so that people know that yes, you're not available. Minimum 3 days. Let's keep that as a rule amongst us. So if you know 3 days before that, for whatever reason you're not going to be available on Sunday or on Friday, let people know so that someone else can come and help you in the class. There are there is a group of backup teachers as well. So if for whatever reason there is no backup available within your grade, then let the put it in that group. All the coordinators are reading the WhatsApp in those groups. So there is one from kindergarten, every grade has one. So we will track it and try to get a backup teacher. We have a WhatsApp group for backup teachers. We will put it out there, ask them and find out if we can get them. So I'll pause here for any questions. If not, let's go on. All right. Administrative guidelines. So no food in classrooms. I think it's very clear. So one thing, sincere request to all of you. Leave the room as you find it. And hopefully you don't find it dirty. So we have kept it, we will keep it absolutely clean for starting on 13th, Friday the 13th, by the way. Oh. On 13th we are starting. The rooms will be spick and span and clean. So when the Friday teacher leaves or the Friday class leaves, they will leave it spick and span. Same thing applies for everyone. When you leave your classroom, leave it clean. Okay, so wipe out the whiteboards, Don't leave your messages on the whiteboard. It needs to be clean. Make sure that you are, if there is anything lying around, put it away. Every room will have a table, a chair, and a waste paper basket. Okay, make sure that it is there. Sometimes if it is not there, immediately let our coordinators know. I mean, I don't know what the magic is. We always are missing the trash cans. I don't know where they go. Suddenly, most rooms don't have the trash can. We start the year with probably one in each room. End of the year, we have probably in 2 rooms. So don't trash the trash can. Maybe that's what is happening. Whatever. Okay. See, that windowsill, right, seems to be a nice place to store things. Please do not leave pencils, books, whatever. And if your children have left things in that room, either you take care of it or give it to them. But even before you leave the room for Aarti, make sure, or if for whatever, you can manage the room the way you want. You can ask your children to bring the bag to the hall during Aarti, or ask them to leave it. But when you leave, the room needs to be clean. Can't. TVs. Another thing that has really got legs is this HDMI cable. I mean, we have bought probably 100 HDMI cables so far. They just vanish. Please do not take the HDMI cables out of the TV. It is there only to connect to your laptop. It's not to remove from the TV. So please don't take it out. And we will make sure starting on Friday, all HDMI cables are there. We have made sure all TVs are working. So if there is a challenge, reach out to your AV coordinator. There are AV coordinators. They are there to help with that only. So, anything that you need related to your TV, related to broadcast, if you're not able to do something, let us know. We have got a bunch of connectors, HDMI to USB-C to USB regular, various combinations. They're all in a box with the coordinator. If you're using it, please use it and return it. Don't take it home, because it's a common thing for all the classes. Oops. All right, that was my hand. Okay, the other thing, let's see. No food, okay. All right, Aarti. So we do Aarti after class, right? We don't want coordinators to come and call you. Please be here. Don't wait. Sometimes there are 3 classes that don't come to Aarti, because of which everyone else is waiting. So please come on time for Aarti. If you want to use the stage for practice, that will come later in the second half of the year. We have created a new calendar. So there is a way to block your time. If you have blocked your time, then that will not be available for others. And there is a way to view it as well. So we have some technical challenges with the viewing part, because some checkbox needs to be checked, with Lakshmi ji is working on, but we will have it ready before 13th. So you will be able to see when stage is available. We are going to make that visible to the temple team as well as our music programs team. So all of us are working out of the same calendar. Okay, and Lakshmi Iyer is managing that. If you have any challenges, reach out to Lakshmi or one of the coordinators, we will help. Break room. Do not remove or close or open the partitions. They are very, very delicate, and we have a few people who know how to do it. The coordinators definitely know how to do it. Please ask them if you want to open or close the break room partitions. Okay, temple. This hall, irrespective of whether it's a Balavihar activity, temple activity, non-temple activity, if any of you are participating in any event or organizing any event, please make sure that everything that you used is, leave it as you find it. So the base rule is you are going to find it really clean. So leave it as you. So if you have used a prop, don't leave your props on the, if your class is doing a program, we don't want to see your props after the program. Put it away. take it home. I mean, if you have brought things from home, and we don't have storage in the ashram. So don't store it here. We have run out of all the cupboards. So if you're bringing some props, make sure you take it back. We don't want to store old props. I mean, our basement is also getting full. You know, it's not a place where we want to store old stuff. So, and wherever you're using or buying something, buy it in quantities that are needed only. I mean, from that old garage, we have one garage just behind here. We found lots of stuff which we threw away before our Chinmaya Bharat Utsav, which probably we threw away probably $500 to $1,000 worth of stuff because they were old or torn or somebody has bought it and not used it. So please don't buy stuff that you're not going to use. As a practice, let us all be prudent. I mean, it is not just the money, it's also the waste, right? I mean, why waste? If you need 10 copies, print 10 copies, not 200 copies. So just take care of that. Yeah, put away stuff. I mean, the other place that we really need everyone's help is if you're putting a table or anything in the lobby, clear it out. You know, each one of us has to help each other. So, you know, if you're running a program, if you're doing activity on the hall, then please clear it. Keep it clean. And if you have anything to store, we have some limited storage, reach out to Aruna Sharma, if you can stand up if people don't know. There are bunch of cupboards, very little space available, but please reach out to her. Okay, and one last thing. See, we do have inspections from the township. There are some rules that we have agreed to follow. We do get citations. We don't want citations. I mean, it ends up meaning that we are in trouble, no, basically. So let's not get in trouble. So some examples of what we don't want. Table lying here. Chairs lying in that place. Chairs need to be stacked inside the hall. There was that partition. Someone has used the table, put some cover on top of it. There's food. Oh, another very, very important thing. This is for Friday sessions for sure. Definitely Sunday PM as well. Please don't leave any food behind. I mean, Friday especially, if there is food, I mean, it's going to somebody is going to see it probably only on Sunday morning, especially in the other rooms. No cooked food to remain in the ashram after your session is over. If it is dry food, store it away. If it is something that can be refrigerated, store it in the kitchen. But please do not leave food outside. We don't want rodents, we don't want pests, we don't want insects, nothing, right? So let's do that. Okay. All right, I'll pause here. Any questions on administration? Okay. If not, so this is our calendar. So we have 28 Balvihar classes only here. So the whole year looks like we're spending a whole year, we have only 28 classes. Okay, this is available on our website, chinmayavrindavan.org, Balvihar, Parents Corner, Balvihar calendar. It's a little complicated to get there, but it is there. So this sheet is there. Please look at this. Don't turn up to Balvihar on days there's no Balvihar. Tell your parents also. See, my sincere request to all of you. They were on Friday, Ganesh Chaturthi, a lot of people came for Balvihar, which is good. They got to do Ganesh Puja. But, please let your WhatsApp group, please put it up saying, no Balvihar for Navratri. So we have thought through this calendar really hard before putting this up. So long weekends, we don't have Balvihar. We don't have Balvihar when there are Indian festivals. So we have Navratri starting in October. So both 5th and 12th, we don't have Balvihar. 2 Sundays, we have Navratri this time. We've taken care of most of the things. And there are some activities that will happen during Balvihar, which is in that first block that you see there. Of course, the regular class is regular class. We have a house inaugural. we have Saraswati Puja, we have Spirit Day. There are 3 snow makeup days. So one in January, one in February, one in March. If for whatever reason we are not able to have class in those months, we will use the snow days. And we also have Guru Paduka Puja. All that is pre-scheduled. And it will happen during, Guru Paduka Puja, Saraswati Puja, Spirit Day, House Inaugural will happen along with Bal Vihar. But there are other activities on Saturdays mostly, which will happen outside Bal Vihar. We are doing an open house on September 21st. We are planning a Vrindavan Garba. There's a Gita Day, there's the Gita chanting regionals, there's annual day, there's Chord Walkathon. We'll talk about all of this in a little more detail. But this calendar is available. It is in our handbook. It will be on the back of the front cover of the handbook. The handbook is under print. Hopefully we will have it by the 13th. If not, I think we will have it. But if not, we will have it 1 week later. But the soft copy is available on the website. I mean, 24-25 handbook soft copy will go up probably later tonight. But this calendar is definitely there. And there is another view of the calendar, which is more, by day. So we will provide access to this also to all of you. It will be in the group description of our WhatsApp group. So Friday, Bal Vihar WhatsApp group, you go to the group description, there will be a link to this page. Okay, you should be able to see if your first Bal Vihar class is on 13th, which class is doing the Aarti. So for the new teachers and for everyone, there is one class assigned for Aarti, when we come here. So they are the ones who will sing the Aarti bhajan, sing the song. So that class is identified in that column. So, no surprises, right? We don't want you to say, oh, I did not know, grade 7 has to do it on October 18th. It is here, predefined. We are not doing Aarti for kids younger than 4th grade. So we are going only from high school to 4th grade. And it comes almost 3 times a year. Okay? We also have a Gita chanting schedule. Vijay is going to update it. So you will know exactly which 2 shlokas you are going to chant on for which class. We have also identified the stage class programs. I'll come to that a little later. And wherever there are house activities, we have also identified that. So all of this is available in that group description of the WhatsApp group. So if you have any doubt, just go there and look for it. Okay, this page and this page are in the same Google Sheet. There are 2 different tabs. You can see this and this. So, all right. Then moving on. This is our class stage program schedule. Published right now. So no surprise, guys. Last year also we had 2 classes, 3 classes doing everything at the same time. It is not fair for either of the classes because you won't get time for stage practice. You won't get, it is too much of coordination, right? And then you'll have to bring Bal Vihar in half an hour, Bal Vihar, and everyone else comes for stage program. So sincere request, you know it right now. Please maintain this schedule. This is also available in this sheet. If you go here, you can find out, that class stage program has it. So there's only one time where the class program and the Aarti is by the same grade, which is grade 6. Other than that, there's a different grade doing Aarti. So, keep that in mind. Somehow, we decide that, oh, it's a long program, so we won't do Aarti. We want to do Aarti. And last thing is the stage program. Don't make a production for 25 minutes, guys. 10 minutes is good enough. It's enough, and make it as attractive as possible. It need not be a play all the time. Please be creative. Do a game show. Do a group discussion. Do something different. I mean, every time we see only, skits. We can change that. We used to be a lot more creative before. I mean, at Crossroads, I remember we used to have, kids doing Jeopardy, just a minute. Once upon a time, they went and solicited students from various grades, and they came and spoke for a minute, different students, and then they asked the audience to rank them. You can run a program like that and say that's your class program. Okay, so this is, and you can't see the June 14th is the annual day which we have 3 classes, Shishu Vihar, kindergarten and grade 4. All right? Okay, COD USA Seva projects. So we do a lot of Seva projects. So October, we are planning to do Seva Diwali. We have identified a grade to run it. So the grade teachers take note of this, encourage your students. See, the idea is let the children do it. Let them go and run the program. If it is Seva Diwali, let them go to each class and make a 1-minute announcement and say, we are collecting food for Seva Diwali, can you all contribute? I mean, the whole idea is to give them that experience of doing Seva projects. Thanksgiving basket is in November, winter coat drive in December, garland making in March, April, breakfast for Trenton Soup Kitchen. So these are the activities planned. If someone has another activity that you want to include, please let us know, we will include it. Vasavaji is managing all of this. Where is Vasavaji? For people who, if you can stand up, there are a lot of new teachers also. So reach out to Vasavaji. He is managing the schedule, but this is being run by different people as well. Okay. What is the date? I'll change it right now. Oh, okay, it's an image, sorry. Okay. All right, Annadanam. First, let's give a round of applause to Vaijayanti ji. He's been doing this for 25 years. Every Saturday. So we will continue to do that. Please support Vaijayanti. It's a very well set program, runs very smoothly. We have a very good reputation with the soup kitchen. And there is a grade assigned to it for each month. We do it on the 3rd Saturday of every month. Again, encourage children to, participate in it. While the parents, they should ask their parents, okay, what are we doing for Annadanam? So, talk about it in the class so that they know that something like this is happening. All right? Then house activities. I'm going to request Jayashree. Yes. How many children can go? Only 2 or 3, right? Yeah. So let them know that there are 5 or 6 or 7 children can actually go to the soup kitchen and serve. Okay.
This works, right?
Any other question?
Hari Om Swamiji, Hari Om everyone. It's so nice to see all of you back here, and we are excited for Balvihar, I hope, for this year. So many of you are new this year, I guess. Many new teachers I saw this morning. So our houses program is a way to team build in our Balvihar, right? We want fun and meaningful ways to engage the children outside of the classroom and motivate them to stay involved in Balvihar even after they leave the class, right? And we want them to make lifelong friendships also. That is also important. So we try to encourage teamwork and everything during these house activities, right? And the way the houses program is structured is all the classes belong to one of the houses from pre-K to 8th grade. So kindergarten and 4th grade will be Krishna's Cowboys. 1st grade and 6th grade will be Durga's Daredevils. 2nd grade and 7th grade will be Bajrangi's Bolts, like that. And this year we are moving Shishu Vihar to Krishna's Cowboys. They keep moving from one group to another. So last 2 years they were in Arjuna's Arrows. This year they will be part of Krishna's Cowboys, the Shishu Vihar group. And what is the role of so the 8th grade to 12th grade children, they are all sorted based on a fun quiz. They will all have a fun quiz, take a fun quiz and be sorted into one of these 4 houses. And the teachers of these grades also will be sorted. They will need to take the quiz. So if you're a new 8th grade to 12th grade teacher, please take the quiz and you will know what house you belong to. So all the teachers are mentors for all these groups, right? And what we expect from the teachers. So we want you to use this as a tool to motivate your children, right? All these house activities, we want you to use this as a tool. So we have contests like Shlokathon, Bhajanotsav, and storytelling and all that. So you teach all these things in your classes, right? So when you teach all these things, please make sure your children participate in these activities. This gives them motivation to memorize whatever shlokas they have learnt, sing all the bhajans that they have learnt in your class. So take the initiative and become like a Bhajanotsav mentor, right? We want your entire class to participate in the Bhajanotsav, right? We want all your children to participate in the Shlokathon. Even one shloka they memorize, whatever you have taught during the year, it's good enough, right? Even Sahana Vavatu is fine. Just make sure that they all participate in this. So for that, you need to keep yourself updated, familiar with whatever is going on throughout the year, right? Most of these activities, all these things are in the Balvihar handbook. So make yourself familiar with that and keep, whenever I post something in the groups, please forward it to your class, right? So when the parents come back and ask questions, when is Shlokathon, you should be able to help them out, right? And tell them and motivate them to participate in all these activities. Right, and we have events throughout the year, and like Ramji mentioned, we have 2 events that are during the Balvihar class, the house inaugural and the house spirit day. So please plan all your classroom curriculum around that. So those 2 classes, please make sure that it is only for the house activities, right? So don't take them into account when planning for your curriculum, right? And the theme for, we have, like I mentioned, lot of storytelling is in January, Shlokathon is in March, Bhajanotsav in May. And we are planning a series of art workshops also this year. I'll come to the theme this year. So the theme this year is developing a personal connection with Bhagwan. For getting an Ishtari with Swamiji's blessing, we have come up with that theme. So we hope to encourage all the children to develop that personal relationship. So by singing or chanting shlokas or doing art, or if you have any more ideas also, please come up and share with us, right? We'll try to implement whatever we can, right? So the first activity that is going to come up is the house inaugural in end of September. September 27th and 29th is going to be our house inaugural. So because of this theme, and since Ganesh Chaturthi was just over, we are planning that children will celebrate Ganesh Chaturthi with a procession and everything during the inaugural itself. We want the children to make their own murtis, do prasadam, do decorations, everything, and go around in a procession and do the Visarjan also. So give them a full experience. So if the next couple of weeks when you have the children in class, please talk about the Ganesh Chaturthi celebrations, how they do it in Mumbai and all that. And we need a lot of help from all of you to make all this happen. It's not just a small team of people, because there are a lot of activities throughout the year. So even if you can help for 1 or 2 activities, that is enough. I'm not expecting everybody to be there for every activity. Even pick 1 or 2 activities that you can help with, and please volunteer for that as well. And we'll have, last year we did a lot of Seva projects because our theme was Seva. So this year Ramji had already included Seva and Field Day in the calendar, so I let it remain. So we will do more Seva projects. It was a lot of fun last year. We did the treats for troops last year, and so many parents brought so many of the Halloween treats, which we then handed over to the National Guard Reserve in Bordentown, right? So we will continue to do all these extra activities, but we need a lot of involvement from the teachers. So thank you all. So the next slide is also this thing, right? Okay. So the shloka classes. So we have been running these shloka classes for I think 4 or 5 years now. So there are teachers who do that over Zoom. It is after school shloka classes after any time between 4 and 8 in the evening, right? It is on Zoom, and we have all the, so many of the shlokathon classes, shlokathon shlokas in that. So we'll start in September and we finish by March usually, but along with the shlokathon itself. So that, and this winter time, usually children are at home. They are not going out much to play and all that. So it is easier for the parents also, no commuting and everything. So if people ask for it, please let them know about it. And Lalita Sahasranamam and Vishnu Sahasranamam, we have been teaching for a while now. We have at least 4 batches of Vishnu Sahasranamam completed. We'll start one more batch this year. And Lalita Sahasranamam we have been doing for the last couple of years. We haven't completed a batch yet, but the children are all very enthusiastic for that. Okay, thank you. Thank you all.
Okay, the next activity we want to talk about is the youth social. This is for high school children. So, we started it only last year, and it has been a tremendous success. So, we are planning 5 or 6 activities actually, and anyone is welcome to sign up to run these activities. So, in October, we are planning our Vrindavan Garba, which will be in this hall. We are looking at the JCHIC teachers to support this. November 9th, we are planning a sleepover in the ashram. December, we have a chick camp where JCHICs can, so JCHIC, for people who don't know, JCHIC is Junior Chinmaya Yuva Kendra. And CHIC is Chinmaya Yuva Kendra. So the Junior Chinmaya Yuva Kendra is our high schoolers. So 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th grade children. Okay, so these activities, see, I think why are we doing this, right? Invariably, what we have seen is we lose these children after they come to high school or after they leave Bal Vihar. We want to make sure that they stay connected. And one of the best ways is to let them do what they like. And these are activities that we have found that our high schoolers love, and they remember, and they continue to meet and talk about it much after the event as well. So we are looking at bowling. Last year, we had in February, we will have a similar meeting. We call it our mid-year teacher meeting, just to catch up and see how things are going. So last year, the food for that was done by our high school kids. And I don't know how many of you remember, it was really nice. It was amazing. Yeah. Where is Aruna? Aruna Amareshan kind of coordinated that. So I'm going to put your name back, so I don't see it here. And then we will do a movie and board games in the ashram and an outdoor hike. I think the outdoor hike was also a great success last year. So these are the dates. We have already decided the dates. Let the children know, let's make this successful. We are also trying to make sure that we get some of our chicks also to attend this. Chicks is children who have graduated. So there are chairs here. Okay, and if you would like to participate or volunteer for any of these, please let us know, and we can do that. All right, so this is all of you. Of course, the language teachers are not here. This is our Bala Vihar teachers list. So, like I said in the beginning, you are the group of people who make things happen. And once again, thank you for your seva. And I found a very interesting new definition for seva. Service eliminates vasana accumulation. So the more service you do, all your vasanas get eliminated. So do more service, do it with the seva bhava. Do, I think I've mentioned this probably once or twice before. The joy when somebody meets you in ShopRite and says, "Hello, Ram uncle," and you're like, "Oh my God, which class did I teach and when?" but it is the greatest joy that you can get when children recognize you even after they have grown up and they come back and talk to you. So it is a blessing that you are part of this. It is, you're the chosen ones. Enjoy what you do. Do this as a fun activity. Do this as something that will enhance your own knowledge. There you go, another one. Yes. Yes, absolutely. The same calendar. Please reserve. Yes. Okay, so I just want to run through this list, and I'm going to call out the names by grade. I want the teachers to stand up when your names are called. Okay, so we'll start with Shishu Vihar, Sanjay Rajput, Malati for Friday. Then we have Vidya Venkatesh and Namita for Sunday AM. Sirisha Ava and Namrata Raval. So Namrata is a new teacher, so special round of applause for Namrata. Then we have kindergarten. We have Kavita and Darshana for Friday. Both are not here, okay. So we have two new teachers for Sunday AM. So interesting combinations, but we are very happy to have both of them. Veda and Shreya. Shreya is a chick. So big round of applause for Shreya and Veda ji. And for Sunday PM, we have Vasudha and Ashwini. Ashwini is also a new teacher, so give her a round of applause. For grade 1, we have Nivedita and Neha. Neha is a new teacher, thanks for joining. Sunday AM, we have Vidya and Indira. Sunday PM, we have Asta and Kavita Nagela. For grade 2, Friday, we have Uma and Namrata. For Sunday, we have Shubha and Yamuna. Sunday PM, we have the one and only Uma, who is a chick. We'll very soon find a co-teacher before the 13th. That's my promise. So, I have a very soft corner for Uma because I used to teach her when she was little. and in not just Balvihar, but probably even Swaranjali, right? Yeah, so welcome to the team. Then grade 3, we have Harini and Neha. Neha is a new teacher, give her a round of applause. Then we have for Sunday AM, Rajeshwari and Aruna. Aruna has come back, that's why she's in a different color there after a break. Then we have Sunday PM, Sarata and Malati. Fourth grade, we have Sujata and Radhika. for this is Friday. Sunday AM, Mahalakshmi and Anurag. So a round of applause for Anurag. He just joined the team last week, right? We just spoke. And yeah, yeah. So thanks for coming to Indo-American Fair first. Now then we have Sudha and Aarti for Sunday PM. Grade 5 Friday, Shivram and Anuradha. Grade 5 Sunday AM, we have Meena and Rajeshwari, Rameshwari. Where is Rameshwari? Oh, she is in India. Rameshwari ji is in India. Then we have Rupa and Bhuvana for Sunday PM. Bhuvana is a new teacher. Give her a round of applause. Then Friday, 6th grade, Purnima and Anupama. Both are not here. Then we have Sirisha and Sachin. So Sachin is a new teacher. Give him a round of applause. Sunday PM. Then we have Rashmi Kurudi and Sangeeta for Sunday PM. Seventh grade, Friday we have Nirmala and Maithili. Sunday AM we have Kirti and Rahul. So Rahul is a new teacher, not new to Balavihar but new to Vrindavan. He's been teaching else in other Balavihars. Then we have Venu for Sunday PM with a promise that we'll find a co-teacher. Grade 8, Vijay and Venkatapati Shankar. Sunday AM, Selvi and Abhirami. Then Sunday PM, we have Vaijayanti and Sapna. Grade 9, Friday, Anandi and Jyoti. Sunday AM, Sitaram and Partha. Sunday PM, Jayashree and Richa. J-Chick class, we have for Friday, Aruna and Sangeeta. For Sunday AM, we have Rashmi Kashi. Sunday PM, we have Shiv Prasad and Shankar. So welcome everyone. I know there are a few of you who don't have co-teachers. We're working very hard to find the co-teachers. We should have hopefully someone before Balavihar starts. And if you know anyone that's interested, you all know my WhatsApp number. Please let me know. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I changed my number. So please save it. Oh, and please, I will not send any direct messages. So please don't accept without seeing the number. Okay. So we have a new volunteer who is going to help us with the parent portal blog postings. Now the portal blog postings are, we expect so for the portal is, I know this is a topic that some of you don't like, which is writing an email to the parent about what you did in the class. So we expect you to write an email about what happened in the class after the class is over to the parents so that they know what is happening. Some of you are really diligent about it, do a fantastic job. Some of you absolutely don't do it. Okay, so we have to meet somewhere. So we agreed last year that you can do one one per month at least. But I mean, I don't want to call names because you can easily see it if you go to the blog who has not done anything. You can easily see who is doing everything. You can easily see who has done some. But my sincere request to all of you is this is the way. So what do we do? So for the new teachers, so this is what we do. Every week we send an email to the parents, just talking, it's a short email that says these are the things that we did in the class. No, you can send it directly. Yes, best class can also do it. But the only problem with best class is, yeah, Rashmi will explain this to you in a minute, how to send it. Okay. But more importantly, please send a message. It goes to the parent, but it also goes to Swamiji. He is not in the classroom with you, but he is reading every email. And he gives feedback when he sees some, something that can be done better or something that he is explaining. Swamiji, if he can spend time to read each one of your emails, sincere request to spend 15 minutes, 20 minutes to send that email every day. Okay? So, it's an email, the way now Rashmi will explain to you how it needs to be sent so that it automatically updates on a blog. You don't have to do anything. It is available on the blog automatically. If you go to that link, the one on top, cmnjparentportal.blogspot.com, just go there and see. You will find last 6 years, all the classes that were 8 years. This is the 9th year. So all classes that we have done. So it has a list. So if you want on I am doing a class in mid-January. Remember what they did last year? You can go see that. You can see it for all 3 sessions. You can see it for the last 9 years. Everything that is there. So it's a great resource. So please use it. But at the same time, it is also a little bit of a responsibility to update. Okay, why don't we explain how to do it?
Hariom Swamiji, Hariom everyone. So as Ram already explained, Parent Portal is your weekly updates. Historically, what we have seen is instead of we giving the whole story of Ramayana in the email, if we have told actually what was a personal interaction that happened, those are the kind of emails that get a lot more response from the parents as well. And Swamiji will definitely know what's going on in class. The best way to send it is to the email address there in the blue, rashmikashi.parentportal2425@blogger. Older teachers who have taught last year, please make note this is a new email address with the new year. If you send it to the old address, it's not going to come to this blog. And it does not automatically get published. You will have to send it and it will be in the draft. Physically, someone has to go and publish the individual posts. For that, we have a few requirements so that it is visibly nice in the blog. So one question was asked that if we can send it through best class. What happens with best class is it spills over. Where there is the tabular column with all the grades and sessions and everything, the content spills over. So there is an issue with the format of it itself. So even if you're using to send the emails to your parents through best class, send a separate cut and paste, the same thing from your personal email, turning your chat mode off. If the chat mode is on, again, it's going to run along. So make sure you send it from your personal email to that specific address. Or if you're sending it to your parents, please make sure you put this address in BCC. Because if they reply to your email, everything is going to go to the blog as well. We don't want conversations on the blog. And another important thing is the subject line. When you send the email, subject line has to be the highlighted date, comma, year, grade, and session. This enables us to post it in the right folder. Sometimes I'll just see class update for September 18th. We don't know whose class, we don't know which session, which folder to put it in. So those will be deleted. We'll not be able to post that. So please take note that you should send it in the right format. And it should be the body of the email. Start a new email, please. Don't do a reply all from last class or anything, because again, your email is going to run along with all the arrow marks and forwarded message, this and that. So it has to be a new email when you send to that address. And format again, please don't use 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, that kind. Keep the format as is in the subject line, right? And the blog is ready for this year. And I have been doing the publishing so far. From this year, it will be taken over by Kashi. So it's been outsourced to my husband, so he's going to take care of that. Huh? No, it is not Rashmi Kashi, it is Rashmi and Kashi now. All right. Thank you, Hari Om.
So when Rashmi told me she's outsourcing it, I asked, who is it? Someone you know very well. Yes, you had a question. Yes. This will be available in our description. WhatsApp group description, this presentation will be available. So, see, I think you found that sending emails and all that does not work. The easiest is to do it on WhatsApp. So, in Friday, your Sunday AM. So, Sunday AM, Balvihar, in the group description of WhatsApp, there will be a link to this. So, this is on Google Sheets, or Google presentation. Okay? Okay. So, adult study groups. So, this is another important thing. Again, if you meet the parents, ask them which adult study group are you going to. Okay, because we are not a babysitting service. So, that message needs to go to all the parents. They can't drop their kids and go away. One parent has to be in the facility at all times. This is not because, they can sit in the temple if required, but we would encourage them to join adult study groups. The reason we are doing this is, if there is an emergency, I don't think the 20 teachers that we have can take care of all the 250 children. So we definitely need one parent to be there. So pass on that message to your class parents as well. They should know. We will reiterate them on the first day of Bal Vihar. We will tell them. We will keep continuing to tell them. So the adult study groups are organized. There are three groups. We call it Vedanta 101, Bhagavad Gita, and Advanced Vedanta. The way it is to read it is, Vedanta 101 is for newcomers. Bhagavad Gita, at least 2 years of exposure to Vedanta. That means they must have been in some Vedanta 101 class for 2 years to go to Bhagavad Gita. And Advanced Vedanta, at least 5 years exposure. You should have been in some study group for at least 5 years. Then only you will understand what is Kathopanishad or what is Kenopanishad. So the topics are, for Vedanta 101, it is self-unfoldment, Kindle life, and Atma Bodha. We also are doing Upadesha Sara. Bhagavad Gita is Bhagavad Gita, different chapters, different groups are doing. Advanced Vedanta, we have Kathopanishad, Viveka Chudamani, and Kenopanishad. So that is the study groups. We also have bhajans. So Sunday AM, Shubhaji, I'll just call everyone's name in a minute. Sunday AM we have bhajans. Friday we have stories from Bhagavatam. And for Sunday AM and PM we also have Bhagavad Gita chanting. So to learn how to chant Bhagavad Gita. So these are the available options. And then during language class we have two groups. One is a Marathi session and one is a Sanskrit Shubhashita session. So lot of activities for parents when they stay in the ashram. So they don't need to drop them and go do the Patel shopping, right? So they need to be here. So our Friday PM adult study group moderators are Rajan and Pramod. I don't know if Pramod is here. Rajanji is not here, okay. For Bhagavad Gita is Madhu and Srini. Srini is here. Advanced Vedanta, Venkat Krishna Swami and Narsimha. Narsimha ji said he can't make it. Okay. And then for the stories from Bhagavatam, we have Saroja Mami. She is also not here, but she is going to do stories from Bhagavatam. For Sunday AM, we have Srini and Venki. Venki is here. For Vedanta 101, Bhagavad Gita is Keshav Murthy and Kumar. Don't see them. And for Advanced Vedanta, Raj and Hari Srinivasan. Both are not here. Okay. Then Sunday PM, Divakar and Suresh. Where is Divakar ji? Yes. For Sunday PM, Bhagavad Gita, Mani and Sai. Mani was here. And then for Advanced Vedanta, Vasuji. Our Bhagavad Gita chanting is done by Usha and Vandana. Both are not here. And last but not the least, all our popular bhajans are done by Subhash Srinivasan. And Rashmi is doing the Shubhashitas during language class. Divakarji and Sachin Kadlaskar, I don't see Sachin, will be doing the Das Bodh. Okay? So that's about the adult study groups. Then we have our language class. So language class is a little unique because, you know, it happens between our Sunday AM and Sunday PM. So there are children who continue from Sunday AM into language class. There are children who attend language class and then go into Sunday PM. For this second group, we also provide lunch. So that is also managed by the language class team. So I would request Sundaresh to kind of introduce the team and talk about language classes. Yeah.
Thank you, Ramji. Hari Om, everyone. And for introducing the team, we have Hari, or we have, Hari who joined us this year to help. And we have Lakshmi ji as well, and Purnima. We are all part of the language coordination team. I think Ram already covered. When do we cover it? So this is a quick summary in terms of what we offer. But before we go any further, definitely thank you to Puja Gurudev, Swamiji's continued support and blessings, and the broader Chinmaya administration support, and all the teachers. We continue to have a really good enrollment, so it's around 269 as of now for languages, which is slightly more than the Sunday AM count. It's been consistently high year on year, so thanks to all the teachers and all their seva. For most of you, this is known information that I'm going to cover, but I thought since all of you are the core group to whom other friends or new people want to check, it might be a good refresher to kind of look at what, when, and how aspects of the language classes. So what do we cover? 8 languages: Hindi, Gujarati, Sanskrit, Marathi. From the north, if you want to go down that path, and then from the south, you have Kannada, Telugu, Malayalam, and Tamil. These are the 8 languages that we cover. There are levels. You can see typically 1 to 5, and I'm going to spend some time here because I get questions, hey, does more levels mean it's a more popular language? And all? No, none of that is the case. So why do we have levels? It's a combination of the number of kids, the duration that the kids have been at a particular language, and then the teacher's own interest. This is not mandated by anybody. It's the teacher's own interest to say, hey, I want to push some of the kids to the next level of knowledge. So they make the choice and then come up with the curriculum for it. And the small factor with the classroom sizes as well. But classroom sizes with the kutia and the classrooms there, it's no more such a big constraint. So I wanted to clarify that in case there are questions. And if you want to probe me any further, I can still say, by far Hindi level 1 is the most popular class. And so it doesn't mean Hindi has 4 levels, but Tamil has 5 levels. So if you need any proof as to what I'm saying, that's the proof there for you. And then we have a broad schedule. So how it works is once we start, especially for the returning kids and level 2 and beyond, and you will also have new kids coming in, either they relocated from India or from other parts of US and they've learned some languages. So they will say, hey, I think my kid is really good. They need to be at the next level, whatever it might be. So in the early stages of September, there is a date, September 22nd, but in the early few weeks, we have the teachers assess those returning kids and then figure out what would be the appropriate level for them. And it also helps the teachers also to know, hey, are there certain aspects that I need to reinforce more because they forgot a lot of stuff during summer and all of those things. That's where that helps. And then there is a mid-year exam. And Ram touched upon when there would be the programs as well. That's a big popular thing for all the kids to also get reinforced a lot of the languages that they had learned, and then the year-end exams and the certificates. That's what we go through. I do want to do a couple of special call-outs, and I'll go to the teachers subsequently after that. One call-out I would make is there is a very clear curriculum. So the curriculum, predominantly the teachers came bottom-up. The last couple of years, there is an initiative to kind of standardize curriculum across all Chinmaya centers. So the teachers from Vrindavan were active participant to the level that Sanskrit and some of the Sanskrit teachers, what they came up with is now become the standardized curriculum across all Chinmaya. So that's been good. And that has also helped all the teachers to also kind of standardize the curriculum further. And then I would call out Tamil because Hemaji, who's here, and if any of you don't know Hemaji, she worked with the Tamil Virtual University to kind of follow their curriculum. This is done by the Tamil Nadu government. And Chinmaya Vrindavan is now an approved proctoring center for the level exams in Tamil Virtual University. So thank you, Hemaji, Swamiji, and all your blessings and support. And just to give a bit of a perspective, earlier in this area, people had to go all the way to Delaware to write that exam. So now I think having it here not only benefits the Chinmaya children, but any other people in this area also can kind of come and benefit from there. So a couple of call-outs, and I think, for example, Prasannaji was also sharing like Malayalam. We are trying to work with the Malayalam government as well to say, is there some kind of a standardization they can do? So all of that helps, and it helps to standardize curriculum. So it's a very rigorous process that they go through as well. So that's the key aspects that I wanted to touch upon from the languages. And I'll quickly call out the teachers. And I think some of you may not be here, so I'll quickly read them out. For Hindi, Geetanjali ji, Anita ji, Sindhu ji, I saw, Rashmi ji, Pallavi ji, and Toshi ji. So I would request if the Hindi teachers just stand up and stood up. Ram is already worried that nobody representation from Hindi. So thank you for your service. Sanskrit, we have Rameshwari ji. Abhirami ji is not here. She's in the neighboring room, and she's joined from there. Kumar ji, Sitaram ji, and Anjana ji. Thank you. For Tamil, so I'll go with Ram Singh. The one and only Aruna. She happens to be my wife, so I have to make sure. Kavita ji, Hema ji, Vinitra ji, Geeta ji, Gayatri ji, and Lakshmi ji. Thank you. Thank you very much. And Gayatri ji, this is the first year joining in. Don't know if she is here. Okay. So thank you. So for Malayalam, we have Veena ji, Chitra ji, Lakshmi ji, and Prasanna ji. Prasanna. Thank you. And for Gujarat, we have Nilima ji, Bhagavati ji, and Asta ji. Asta ji was here, or Nilima ji as well. Thank you. Special call out for Asta ji for helping us out this year, and she's also helping in Balavihar classes as well. So thank you. For Telugu, we have Venkat ji, Bhaskar ji, Prasad ji, Ramesh ji, and Yogeshwar ji. Thank you. For Marathi, we have Namita ji and Renuka ji. And for Kannada, we have Sushma ji and Soumya ji. And I think there is a small comment that I mentioned about Balavihar lunch, because this is a session for the kids getting hungry. Some of them nearby can start smelling the wonderful food as well. So it's been a phenomenal service that they've been doing. a big portion has been on continued drive to reduce, reuse, and recycle. And some of you might have noticed, definitely was there during Mela, but in the last, see, I think too many G's. Every, why give importance only to people, right? Even events, because all of them are coming together. It's divine. Give importance to events as well. Exactly. But I think there's a big push because now it's all stainless steel spoons and forks. So everybody were worried, right? Man, people will eat and throw the phones along with the trash, and so I think so. There are a lot of sheets that were put together. Kids came and spoke about it. We used to have quote unquote police around the trash cans to make sure, man, please don't put a spoon here. And now I think the last few months, none of that is needed. They have imbibed it very well. I think they automatically do it, and everything gets washed. It's all very well dried. I think that's a big help. So thank you. I think there was Ramji had asked for a slide on the volunteers. Maybe Hema, if you want to call out Subbuji.
Just refresh it.
Okay, I'd put it.
No, hold on. Sorry, I just need to. Let's see, it should come now.
Ah,
there it
perfect.
is.
Excellent. Thank you. So Hema ji again, please, and Raji ji. So Hema, we asked to stand up for Tamil Virtual University. You did not, but for food. So Hema ji, Raji ji, Subbu ji, Sarika ji, Ram ji, Praveen ji. I saw Praveen's wife here, and Chandramohan as well. So thank you all for your service. Thank you.
So like I said, language class is our biggest Balvihar session. So, so one thing that I did not mention, we were short of rooms in the past. Now we have 7 new rooms in the kutia. So there are 4 in the second floor and attic, or 3 in the second floor, 1 in the attic, and 3 rooms in the basement. So the language class will be a lot more comfortable now, lots of new rooms. We will stop using this office room which we used to use as a classroom, as well as the pantry. So no more pantry, no more office room. We will use the second floor of the kutia. We have given all those rooms a number. We don't have Lord Krishna's names there, but we have a number. I don't have a slide for it. I'll just talk about it, and then we'll go to the next one. So there are 3 rooms in the basement. So they are called KB 123. KB is kutia basement. So KB 123. Okay, it starts from the farthest to the nearest, and we'll put a map to explain it to you. The second floor is kutia classroom, so it is KC 123. There are 3 rooms, and the one on the attic is kutia attic, so it is KA. So, all right. Yeah, it's ABC. All right. So KA is the attic. KC is the classrooms in the first floor, which is 1, 2, 3, and then basement is KB 1, 2, 3. All right. So we also have an amazing program called Amrita Vihar, and this has been a tremendously successful program for the differently abled children, and we have been the leading light for this program for various Balvihar centers across the country. So whatever this group has been doing has been replicated in many other centers of Chinmaya Mission. So our teachers for this are Vasudha, Suja, and Rahul. I want all 3 of you to stand up. Huge round of applause. So this class happens on Saturdays, 10:30 to 12, on all the weekends when we have Balvihar. And focus for this year is festivals, gods, and all the activities around festivals. Okay. Moving along. So this year, our Bhagavad Gita chanting is chapter 5. So I'll request Vijay to come over and talk about what is planned, how we are going to do it, and instructions.
Hari Om everyone. For your information, Anjana is not here, so I'll be doing the telecast and the activity part. So like Ram said, this is chapter 5 is the focus for this year from Gita. And as Gurudev, or as we, Chinmaya Mission has done it, it's every chapter each year. So last year was chapter 4, and this year is chapter 5, which is Karma Sannyasa Yoga. That is the yoga of true renunciation, and it has only 29 verses. So feel free to, start exploring whether you can join and chant and, read Gurudev's commentary and prepare yourself for this year. And of course, keep in mind when I talk about the theme verse, which is the 23rd verse of the chapter 5, that has been blessed by Swamiji. Ram's interpretation of Seva, which is Seva eliminates Vasava, Vasana accumulation. Sorry, I'm very sorry. The idea was to bring in Partha, so I'm sorry. Vasana accumulation, but please do not disregard Partha's interpretation of Seva as well. That's where my mind went to Vasavaji. Vasavaji, I'm sorry, I have my apologies. But Vasana is what we are talking about, and there are a couple of things that we need to talk about. So good, you're all smiling, so that makes it better for myself. So this is... However you want to interpret, but please do not disregard both interpretations, and keep in mind throughout the year, because the theme verse actually is just a simple recipe for a common man to actually live happy and liberated while in this world, and by controlling his senses, particularly anger and desire, and purifying his mind through work or seva in devotion. So that's where Ram's interpretation and of course, Partha's as well came into picture. So ponder over it, and our instruction videos for chapter 5 this year, I'll talk about it for new teachers, but it also includes Swamiji's message for us on this sadhana. So please kindly listen to it as many times as you need, whenever you open the YouTube playlist, and just keep it practice, so that we will probably emerge on the other side as a true yogi. Who knows? So that can happen for sure. So now coming to the handbook, it has the lyrics and also with the opening prologue and the closing epilogue for your use. So please feel free to use that. Do not use any other book's interpretation, because it's been proofread and verified. And the Gita chanting Yajna event dates, like every year, this year it will be, the NJ regionals will be on April 26th. Which is a Saturday, and it's open to all, which means we will open up to our Vrindavan, kids, students and adults, and then it will be open to the public. From all other organizations, they will be joining in. And Geetotsavam will be on the May 17th, with this Gita Day, as Ram has put it. And it will be on May 17th, Saturday again, and that is participation by invitation, because all the excellent chanters will be invited over to participate in the Geetotsavam. We may have game shows. We may have a few other things involved in that as well. I'll talk about it a little later. Now, you can always go to our ashram website, and under activities tab, you will see the Gita chanting, and you can always go in and, check for all the event updates, any other format, rules, logistics, etc. And Prasadji will be updating the web page shortly, and he promised to do it by today. So he's been doing that for a while now. Thank you, Prasad. And also the telecast of this chanting videos, which I'll talk about the telecast. I'm sure you must have seen if your kids are in Balavihar, but I'll come to the next slide and you will see that. So the telecast will also continue after we have telecast the 29 verses for the kids who are going to participate in the Gita Day, which is the finals. Let's call it a finals. And it will closely adhere to the Gita state finals that we had as part of the Gita Nationals last year, so that the kids are much more prepared and practiced for the next year or the next time the Nationals comes around. So that's how it's going to be. More details will be published closer to the date. And also the Learn Gita, again, as Gurudev recommended, our motto is chant, learn, live. So we are going to follow the chant and the learn,
Live is something I've talked to Swamiji about, but then the chant and learn is basically learn. Gita will have the vocabulary list for Matsya, Kurma, and Varaha. There are 3 groups, and they are all by grades. So please check on that information, which will be published also on the web page. And the JCHIC teachers, the junior JCHIC teachers are basically the high school teachers, 10 to 12 grades. Please note that this year, if the kids are doing reading, that is Kaunteya, then they can only do talks for 3 to 5 minutes. So if any kid is interested, please let them know. It's no vocab test, because that's going to be a part of the Learn Gita, which anybody can take who have chanted in the regionals. Otherwise, it's going to be talks like the Mahabaho, like the adult talks, so if they do the reading. So kindly note that information. And of course, all teachers, please, you're requested, you chant, read the commentary, encourage your kids also to participate in all these, because last year nationals, we did send kids for each category, and we did fairly good. And I'm hoping to continue that trend and keep them all, because next time nationals comes around, we need to be more equipped, is what I am thinking. So please, I will appreciate your cooperation in advance. And of course, the teachers training schedule, all new teachers, please note, we do have a teachers training where we will help you chant the verses and anything you need help with, so that you can, in class, help them review the verses, the students to review the verses. So that will be basically on September 28th, the first session. So we are dividing it into 2 sessions. The first part will be on September 8th, and the second part will be on December 7th, which is tentative as of now, depending on the coach's availability. So between 3 to 4 p.m., we will send out, watch out for your WhatsApp groups. Like Ram said, we'll be sending out information on all this. So register as and when you see it, so that we know how many of you are joining for the training. And also the registration for the Gita coaching classes. We do have coaching. It's still on Zoom, and there are dedicated teachers behind the scenes who have been prepping these kids, and they have been participating in large numbers. And we had a great big group, and we could manage all of it. And so that is happening on Zoom, and the registration is along with the best class. So let the students know, or the parents know, that there is a registration link that can go down to as the add-on as classes. And that will be starting pretty soon. We will send out information as and when they register in an email. And also the house points will be awarded. If they do practice chanting and record and send them to us, the parents can send it to us, and we will award points for the houses that they belong to. And if they participate in also the regionals, we will also award points for the Gita Day as well. Gitotsavam as well, we'll award points for that. So that concludes any of it. Of course, there is a format. So please make sure the name and grade and session is indicated, so we'll know where to avoid the points. And that concludes the Gita chanting part of it. Any questions, or else we can move on to the telecast? Or you can feel free to call us anytime. Okay, so this is now the telecast, which I was talking about. So 10 minutes is awarded for we are requesting the teachers to allot 10 minutes for every Balavigar class for the Gita instruction. Now the instruction videos is actually prepared, and it has been uploaded by Anjana, who has very dedicatedly been doing it for a while now, which we use it as resources for the teachers and the parents to view and learn as well. And that is already, the playlist is bookmarked there, so please bookmark that. And Swamiji's sadhana message is also included as part of that. And the Balavihar message for the kids is also a part of it. So please do that. And then the 10 minutes prior to the end of class is what we usually telecast the video. It could change depending on the coordinators of that session, if they request us to do it earlier or later. So usually it's 10 minutes prior to the end of class is when we actually telecast. Now we have come, also the teachers, make sure when you come in that you can see actually the opening slide, so that you know that the telecast is, the screen is ready for telecast. Now that came to our attention last year that some of you could not, you are using the TV for the lesson plans, and you couldn't switch over to the channel of telecast. So please kindly, make sure that 10 minutes before, or we'll send out the emails the messages every week in your WhatsApp groups. See, please make sure you tune into that and make sure that the kids listen to the telecast, because Swamiji is instructing himself. So he's doing the instructions himself. So that will be a great motivation for the kids to learn. And of course, there are 2 classrooms that may not have, I'm not sure, reached out to Gajananji. That could be the Damodara, which is the end classroom opposite to the kitchen, on the corridor opposite to the kitchen. And usually it was J-Chicks last year, and they did their own telecast. And the Shishuvihar class, which is Nandalala, I'm assuming it's the same class. And Shishuvihar teachers, they can determine how the kids are going to chant and, how they are going to go at their pace. So we are not going to telecast for those 2 classrooms as of now. Now, please kindly review the verses with the students. And if anybody is interested, please refer them to the Gita coaching classes, because we need as many kids as possible so that we can show that we have been a dedicated group of Gita learners, So that's a request for all the teachers. And of course, the Learn Gita, we are planning to do some slides for it, which is the Matsya, Kurma, and Varaha groups. Now, the Matsya is 1st and 2nd grade, Kurma is 3 to 6, and Varaha is 7 to 12. So these are all the groups that has 30, 60, and 90 words. Now, this is apart from the talks for the J-Chicks kids. So our Gitotsam might have all of this included as well. So we are going to do some slides for it, but it's still in the planning. And of course, the first Balavigar session, we'll play the Sanskrit primer chanting video. So any questions, please reach out to us or email geeta@chinmayavrindavan.org, and we'll answer as soon as possible. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Viji. Viji and Anjana have been doing this very diligently, so another round of applause for them. Yeah. All right, so the next thing is continuing your sadhana. As much as you're teaching the children, I think you need to learn yourself as well. And there are multiple opportunities to do that. You can come to the ashram, there are sessions on Zoom. Our Swamiji himself, you can see how busy he is. Tuesdays and Thursdays we have Sadadarshanam. Wednesdays we have Mahabharata class in the evening. That is something that probably everyone can attend, 8:30 to 9:30, it's on Zoom. Thursdays we have Naishkarmya Siddhi class. Saturdays Narayaniam on Zoom. And then Sundays we have an Upanishad class in the evening. Apart from that, there is guided meditation and beginner's guided meditation by Akalkaji. So there are multiple opportunities for us to, advance our sadhana. So definitely this is one set of, opportunities. Apart from that, we also have reading groups. So, this is at a very convenient time. If it is at 8:30 in the evening, just 20 minutes. I would highly recommend, please try to join either something here or here, so that you can yourself learn and keep yourself updated, and recharged, so to say, right? So with that, I'm going to hand over to Shiv Prasad ji. Shiv Prasad ji is our board member and president. We will let him talk a little bit about what we are planning in the next 2 years.
Hari Om. First of all, good to see so many of the teachers here. I will take a risk of asking a Balavihar question because so many Balavihar teachers are here. What is the meaning of Jnana Yajna? Can anybody take a shot? You can talk to somebody next to you if you want to answer. What is Jnana Yajna? Everybody's looking at somebody else. What samasa is this? Huh? Okay, somebody be brave to answer the question. What's Jnana Yajna? Everybody knows. I think everybody thinks they know, but they don't know probably. Okay. Huh? Jnana Yajna, not correct. So there are two words here, Jnana and Yajna, right? Jnana means what? Knowledge means what? Knowledge means what? We're all one family. Knowledge means we're all one family, right? So when we do Jnana Yajna, we're bringing people together to tell them that we're all one family. That's all. Whatever the subject is, whatever the Upanishad is, it's saying the same thing. We are all one family. And Yajna means all that activity that brings everybody together so we can tell people, right? So these Jnana Yajna, we do them to highlight what we have learned, to showcase, and to let our children, our grandchildren, to catch the culture of Jnana, culture of oneness, culture of one family. We stand as one family. It's not just saying we stand as one family but do nothing. These Jnana Yajnas are our opportunity to bring everybody together. So the next 2 years, what we are doing is, nationally, we are taking up this activity to bring that to life. We stand as one family to life. And that's why we have so many activities. I'll briefly speak about 1 minute on each slide. There are 2 slides. The first one is Ramayana Saptaham by our Swamiji. And then there is workshop by Swami Ishranji. And then Ram Kada by Swami Prakashananji. And in 2026, we have Bhagavad Saptaham, Kumbhabhishekam. It is a 12th year of Chinmaya Vrindavan to 2026. We'll be doing Kumbhabhishekam here. And during that Kumbhabhishekam, we'll be doing the Bhagavad Saptaham. And Hanuman Havan. That week ends with Hanuman Havan. And then 25th July 2026, we're going to do a Gita Fest. So our Gita chanting committee committed to getting 2,000 people chanting whatever chapter that year without reading a book, without looking at a book. 2,000 people, and then you are all committing to 3,000 people, additional 3,000 people who can read with a book. So we are on the lookout for the venue. As soon as we get the venue, it's going to be one of those stadiums nearby. We will be doing the Gita Fest here around Vrindavan with 5,000 people chanting whatever chapter that I think it will be chapter 7 that year. Yeah, and then that will be attended by Swamis and everybody nationally. So that's a big event we are planning. Again, remember, we're doing this to get that concept together. We're all one family, yeah? And then that ends in Mahasamadhi camp in 30th July. We have booked a hotel on 287 and 80 Junction, Sheraton Hotel, with 1,200 people capacity. And we might be getting another hotel, so if more people come. But we like all of you to join these things and really work together to make them a big success for the next 2 years. Yeah, we're meeting almost every day now to plan for each of these activities. So please do join one or the other groups. And then 25th December in 2026, Swamiji is going to do the same thing in India, somewhere in India. They're looking for a place in Hyderabad and in Chennai, I don't know where. The idea is to get 25,000 people to participate from all the centers together. So Swamiji is asking us to bring 200, 300, however many people that we can go there. So that's the activity. 2026 is a big year. It's the 75 years of Chinmaya Mission. So that's why we're doing all this activity together. With that, let me take you to one key point here. We do fundraising, right? The fundraising funds are important for us. The facility that you are sitting in, just the property insurance for that is $55,000. So we need money to pay for those things, right? So we do fundraising during the week of 7th December, Ramayana Saptaham by Swamiji. Swamiji does Saptaham. People can sponsor any kind of funds you need for any of your programs, Bala Vihar, Anandam, anything. That's the week to do fundraising. 51 weeks of the year, we don't fundraise. We don't ask people for money. This is a teaching institution, so don't ask people for $15, $20 kind of fundraisers. With just 1 week, we do fundraisers. Please work with Nivedita, put everything on a piece of paper. We do all fundraising we need during that week, and we've been doing that for 25 years very successfully. There's no problem. The one complaint I do here is that we're doing lots of fundraisers. We're not. There's only one fundraiser. Yeah? All right. With that, let me go to the next one, request to all sevaks. You've seen this in multiple formats, but this year we made some slight changes naturally. The first one is learn scriptures. Ram has gone through all the schedule. So please, everybody commit to signing up in one of those sessions so that you learn the scriptures, right? This is for you to do yourself. And there is an active Yajna Seva group. Please sign up in the Yajna Seva group if you're not, and don't sign up and then just sit doing nothing. We want you to actively work. Only if you want to get 5,000 people into a stadium, how many volunteers are required? So that's what the Yajna Seva team does. It brings everybody together, everybody working together almost on a daily basis. Ram was joking that we're doing an hourly meeting. We're doing daily meeting at least, right? And that activity is going to grow over the next 2 years. Please join the Yajna Sevaks and also get other people to join the Yajna Sevaks. Then, when Swamis or Brahmacharis come here, please, we're all one family. Come and offer Bhiksha to Swami, right? Don't sit there, some Swami comes and then 50 people in the audience. That is not the way our scriptures. There's no point in learning scriptures and then having 50 people sit in the audience. We're a 1,000 people organization. Our 1,000 families should come and offer Bhiksha to a visiting Swami. I may be 62 years old, the visiting Brahmacharini may be 26 years old, it doesn't matter. Because over the long period of multiple births, and that's who knows who is older, who is younger. That when the person comes, they are coming here because they think that they are part of our family. We send an invitation and they come. That's all happens, right? And now we have to reciprocate it and make sure that every family, it's a culture that we need to build. All the teachers need to be there. You need to tell all your parents, all your families to come and offer Bhiksha, yeah? And Bhiksha, we have standardized the amount of money that you offer to Bhiksha. What is the standard amount of money? Anybody knows? Huh? $2.51, $2, $5, $1, or 25, 51, or $251. Anything you can do. It's not about money. We just want to make sure that you are here offering Bhiksha, and every Bhiksha, please sign up, and that is how we demonstrate. It is not learning. You have to demonstrate that what you have learned. If you want to keep your family together, you have to come as family and offer Bhiksha. That's how, this is a practice session for you. All right. Last one. This is important for Vrindavan, not for so much for other ashrams. We are doing so much activity every year, right? Every week. Every week you come here, there's so much activity going on. It is not how much more activity that we need to do. It's not. I think the instruction for us is reduce the amount of activity. Some of these things that you see, depending on how many people are attending, maybe we don't need to do that much activity. But whatever we do, we need to do at scale. We need to really ramp up. We need to make sure that the 1,000 families join us. Because always remember the goal. Goal is to keep that showcase, that learning. We are all one family. We stand as one family. If whatever you do, the activity must showcase the fact that we stand as one family. And that family contains 1,000 families in Vrindavan. So think about that. And to do that, you need to reduce the amount of activity. We need to reduce the amount of activity, but increase the scope of the activity. For that, the instruction given by Swami Swarupanji when he was here this year is, these are the 3 keywords that he wants us to think about. Governance, who is attending what program, who has left Vrindavan Ashram, and what are they doing, we don't know, right? We don't keep track of that. We don't have any governance process. So we need to really expand ourselves into understanding what happens to all the kids that have graduated, what are they doing, and then data. We need to know where they are, who they are, so they can connect with them. And then presence. We need to increase our presence in the community so that our programs are well recognized. Only when we do large programs, people recognize us. If we do small programs, we can do. As a learning activity, that's fine. But as a presence activity, that is not fine. So that the reason why we're going for a 5,000 people Gita chanting is not because, it's kind of show and tell kind of thing. It is to really create presence. By doing that, thousands more people will learn about it. Our children will actually learn about Gita, and they will benefit from the Gita. That's the whole idea. These are the 3 keywords. He said, I asked Swamiji, what are the 3 keywords that you want me to think about next 12 months? He said, these are the 3 keywords. Yeah, governance, data, and presence. Please, you all think about this and join us in conducting all these big programs. With that, I give it back to you.
So are we all ready for Mahasamadhi Camp 2026? I think a little more, I think everyone's... We are going to make Mahasamadhi Camp 2026 the best in the history of Chinmaya Mission. It's our 75th anniversary. Let us put all the effort to make that happen, guys. And this room is going to make it happen. So looking forward to all your help. All right. With that, I'm going to invite Swamiji to talk to all of you.
Hari Om. Welcome to all the new teachers and the old teachers also. Old teacher, I mean the experienced teachers. Now, our children are facing a lot of challenges outside, especially anti-Hindu phobia. It is becoming a very difficult matter for children to face, especially when they go to universities. So all of us, we have a responsibility to equip our children with proper material to face these challenges and make them strong within themselves with the right knowledge of our culture, our Hindu values. So therefore, all of you have this responsibility. We have to start it from the childhood onwards. It is not going to be done only at the last level, like the junior chick level, but it has to start from childhood onwards. From Shishu Vihar onwards, we have to keep that in mind. Let them be proud of our culture. There is nothing wrong in that. There is a reason to be proud of. And all of you also, you should be proud of our culture. Only when you are proud, then only you can convey that pride in our children. This is very important, especially our children, when they are going out and mingling with their peers, they are facing this situation. Now, if you look at Christians, they have a Bible. Muslim, they have Quran. But when it comes to Hindus, we are confused. How many books are there? How many scriptures are there? No, you don't have to worry about it. Just one book you read, that is enough. That is Gita, Bhagavad Gita. That's why Chinmaya Mission, our Gurudev, wanted to popularize Bhagavad Gita and make it an everyday reading process. And that's why we are encouraging our children to learn Gita. First they learn Gita. As they grow, they will learn Gita, study Gita, and when you become adult, you practice Gita. So this is how it is. So that also one should not forget. And you teachers, our Gurudev used to say, you are like gardeners. And how a gardener tend the small, what you call the flower garden, how they tend it. Small buds. Our children comes to us as small buds. And you have the delicate hand to slowly open them. Make it into a blossom. and enjoy the fragrance of that flower. And this delicate job, the children are coming to you innocent, very innocent, and those children, you have to plant them the right seeds of knowledge, so that slowly, slowly they will become a better citizen of the country wherever they are. They become contributors to whatever field they take up. So this is the goal of the Balavihar. So this thought in mind, if you work, then teaching will not become a chore. Because most of the people think that teaching is a chore and this I am offering to the Chinmaya mission. If you think that way, you will not enjoy teaching. Teaching has to become a joy shared. Your happiness you have to share with the children. Then only you have to enjoy the class, only then the children will enjoy. Suppose you yourself become tired, or you had a fight with your husband and then come to the class, then what happened? That class will become miserable and you lose children also. Then you complain that nobody is attending my class. It is not their mistake, it is our mistake. So we have to be careful. Whatever that problem that you have at home, leave it there, shelve it there, and when you come to the class, smile all the way and then face the children. And prepare also very well. It is not that you look at the book just before the class, no. Or on the way. Some people have that tendency. No, you have to prepare, in the sense, whole week you have to think about it. I am not telling that you have to memorize. That doesn't work also. It is like vomiting in the class. No, it has to be absorbed. See, like when a person sing a bhajan or kirtan or a raga, they said the key of the raga is the essence of the raga he has to absorb. Only then he will be able to perform that raga. Otherwise, it will not be pleasant for the people who are listening. The same way, each lesson, there are 54 lessons, we will not be able to complete it. And don't try to hurry up and complete also. That is not our intention. Whatever you teach, the message is reached to the child. This is our intention. So you can combine 2 or 3 lessons and take the best out of it and give it to them in a way the child understands. And engage them in discussions also, interactive session. Don't become a lecturer in the class. Keep on lecturing, then what happens? Children will go to sleep. No, don't do that. It will be interactive session. Let the children participate. Encourage them to question. Only then they will develop their thinking power. So an intellect has to be developed. This is the only culture allows questioning. No other culture allows questioning, but we are the only one. Hinduism is the only place where you can question even the very authority of the scriptures. So therefore, the tendency is to be encouraged and also make the class interesting. Every child should feel that I learned something today. So these are the things that is why the Ram was asking you to write the notes every class, whatever that you are doing. And while writing the notes also, don't make it monotonous. That is also, because I am reading it, I feel so miserable. I see so miserable because it's become like a routine thing. And they have a, what you call a format, I think they must have a template, and that they just copy it, fill it up and give. No, that's not correct. When I read it, I know. Immediately I know. It is a monotonous thing. No, make it interesting. Writing also, you can see that person who has absorbed the class, he has understood what the lesson is, then he convey, it is very interesting. Otherwise, it becomes problem. So please make sure that. And I also saw in the stage program, the junior chicks program is not there. Huh? Garba. But why not? Why not stage program? No, no. This is the activity children always stay. When they graduate from the class, they always mention, we enjoy participating in the skit program. Because this is where they come together and work together, and they think about it. They themselves think about it to write the scriptures, dialogue, etc. And this is, we have to encourage it. And I think the effort is lacking, the teacher's standpoint. I would say that effort is not there. That is why you have to try and make it possible. Otherwise, you will lose children afterwards. This is one way of bringing them together and work together and think together. So that's why the CYSP program is successful, because they learn to work together as a team. And this is what we have to teach them. Shiva Prasad talked about yajna. Yajna spirit is what? Cooperative endeavor. Sacrificing one's own ego and working together as a team for a greater cause. That is called real yajna. And this spirit you have to develop in them. And that's the only way. So there are many other, Garba is fine, but I'm talking about the stage program. That also should be introduced. Okay, then what else? Now, the 2026 program. I request all of you to become sevaks, because we need a lot of hands to make it successful. Not only attend the program, but prepare the program and make it a great event that we are expecting more than 1,000 people. Our aim is 1,500, and they will come from all over the country. So we have 52 centers. Every year we are inaugurating new centers actually. This year we inaugurated 2 of them, new one. Next year also we are inaugurating another 2. So this is increasing every year. So think about it. Every center, at least 10 people come. We have enough people to attend this program. And all of them should feel they are coming home. That kind of a warmth and welcome. It is something like you are hosting a wedding. In that wedding, when people come, how you receive them. The same way, we should have that attitude. We are a hosting family, especially when it's the bride's family. You think how humble should be. Because whatever the Maplay house, whatever he says, yes, you can't question it. The same way, here also we should have that attitude with which we should receive them well and make them comfortable. This hospitality, Aditi Devo Bhava, that bhavana we should have. So I hope we all will participate and contribute. And whoever is good in certain things, come up and tell us that Ram is there, Shiva Prasad is there. You can tell them that what is your strength. Some will be good in art and decoration. These things are all we needed. So those people who are expert in that field, somebody has got organizational skill. So whatever be your skill, because we don't know what skill you have. So please come up and tell us. We will be happy to give you that role. Thank you. Hari Om.
Thank you, Swamiji, for that inspiring speech. So with that, I'm standing between you and lunch. So if you have any questions, please ask. On any of the topics. Yes, there's a mic here if you want to. So we are just reviewing the question was, are the classrooms assigned? We have not assigned them because we are just reviewing the number of kids per class. So we normally give the biggest room to the class that has the most children. So we will finalize it by Thursday. We will send it out in an email or in WhatsApp for sure, so everyone will know which is your classroom. There will be some classes that will be in the kutia. So we'll try to keep it the older children so that, we don't want young children walking there. So that is the plan. Every room there is connected. There is a TV, there is a whiteboard, and we will be able to do telecast of Gita chanting also in the kutia. So all that is taken care of. Yes.
Can you update the handbook in the website?
Yes, the handbook is ready. So round of applause to Sapna ji. She's just completed it. We have revamped it a little bit. We have reorganized it. It will be in color for and we've been making a lot of edits in the last few days. Most probably by end of day today, we will put it on the one final proofread, and then we'll put it up on the website. Yes. It will be, yes. The presentation, the handbook, the classroom allocation, everything will be in the group description of WhatsApp. So, we'll try to make it as easy as possible for you guys. If there is something that you don't have, let us know. We'll try to make it easily available. See, originally we thought we'll just put a Google Drive, but people then don't know how to navigate through the Google Drive. So it's one link which will give you each one of these, and it will be in the group description. Mic on? Yeah.
Vijay, if you can make a small video with all of the sounds, the sandhis are not very straightforward during Gita chanting. The fa sounds and the sh. Yeah. So if you can make a video of that, then I think it will be more effective than. Okay. All of the sounds and all. Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Do we have the sleepover for every grades or activities that you mentioned? For every grade, or is it for
right now for the high schoolers?
Only high schoolers?
If there is a volunteer who wants to do it, I think it's a great idea. Younger kids like it more. So happy to organize that. So we can do it with some movie, popcorn, and sleepover.
Yeah.
Ashram is available ideally on a Saturday evening, so that, or even Friday evening is fine. So Saturday we can clean up and finish. After Balvihar though.
One question, Hari Om. It's for the when you said we have to assemble the kids back in the auditorium. For the morning batch, you want us to be here by 10:40, or I just want to be clear on the time we need to make here and how long we'll wait before everybody comes in.
Is Vilas here? Okay. But I think it's 10:40. So let us all agree on this, right? So Fridays the timing is 7 to 8:45. Sunday is 9:15 to 11, which by 11 we have finished all activities, right? So I think 10:40 is probably the right time.
Okay, that means
10:40.
Okay, that means the telecast of the Gita
will be at 10:30.
10:30. Okay, got it.
Okay, so at 1 hour and 15 minutes from the beginning of class, we will do the Gita telecast. After that is over, you have about 4-5 minutes to wind up and then come to the assembly. Let's make that easy to manage. Yes.
Hari Om, I am sorry to be standing in between lunch and all of you, but I had a very humble request as well as a question based on my 2 years with Vrindavan. So every year when you have the first session with parents, right, we repeatedly say them that, we are not a babysitting class, please don't drop your children. Children don't do what they are asked to do, but they do what you do, right? But we don't stop there. Then we talk about shooting, fear is a great strategy, but it works, I think, more with kids to say that, if you don't eat, Puchandi will come and take you, or, police will come and take you. But for adults, if they care, if they're really associated, they stay. If they don't, you still find them in Costco or Patel or, anywhere else. So, and for people like me, it's not about fear, but more than fear, a phobia. I can't tell the number of times on Saturday nights I've got dreams of, people coming in guns and, shootings happening and things like that. So I think if we can avoid the language and try other means of bringing parents connected and staying with the Balavihar, I think that is one. With that, the question also arises, because this has been put into my mind. What is a protocol as a teacher in the event of an emergency, as well as an admin protocol to be done in the classroom or anywhere within the ashram?
Yeah. So if there is an emergency, we have a PA system that we can announce in all classes. We will use that. But for all the teachers, your principal or headmaster for this session is your coordinator. So follow the instructions of the coordinator. So we have not done the fire drill probably in the last 2 or 3 years, but before COVID, we do have a surprise fire drill also organized. Our assembly point is that gravel parking lot. So we will do that as well. So we have not, we will come back maybe with a plan on what is needed to do, what is needed to be done by the teachers if there is an emergency. Okay? Absolutely. No, her point is, see, I do mention this, that there could be an untoward incident. She's saying, don't say that. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Any other questions? If not, one more. Go for it.
Last one. Likita Japa. Do we have that this time? Are we going to have those books? A lot of kids
we are not going to give you notebooks. So, why? Can't parents buy a 50-cent notebook? I mean, I'm not sure. Let us describe which book they have to buy, but I don't think we should be buying the books and micromanaging this.
Yeah, so just
did
give us
you
instruction.
Order? You have not ordered, right? No. So guys,
so
it costs less than $1 to get a book. And for us to administer that it's not easy. If you want to standardize and say composition notebook, let us say that, but I really think it is not worthwhile to collect books and distribute and manage them. See, I was working with Yamuna ji to see if we can get 4 colored books, composition books, when the books were cheaper, when it was 30 cents a book, but I don't think they're available anymore. Is available? So guys, can we agree that let the parents buy it? Is it that much of a challenge to manage it?
No,
as a group, let's take a group
yeah,
decision.
I don't think it should be standardized.
Okay.
Otherwise, you have the reason all the time out there. Oh, I don't know what notebook is there.
So composition notebook is standard.
Yeah.
The world knows composition notebooks.
Yeah.
Can we use that?
Yeah, that's fine. That should be.
Personally, I really think it's too much of a pain to micromanage what book. What if it is not standard? How does it change our world? See, that printing and all we won't do. Yeah, we spent a lot of.
See, if you. I think it makes sense.
Okay. See, everyone has a lot of ideas. I need one volunteer, manage it. Because, okay, go ahead and manage it. I don't mind. But see, we don't want to, I really think it is a unnecessary administrative overhead. Yeah, so some more feedback for everyone here. What Partha is saying. Every kid takes a notebook, never writes. It never comes back.
The case.
It maybe not the case in. So Yamuna ji has put her hand up. She will manage it. Okay, please work with Yamuna ji. All right. Any other questions? I mean, I'm not a fan of giving the books. Last question. No, someone's really hungry. All right. Okay, so let's do the closing prayers. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. All right, Hari Om. And one round of applause to Suresh for arranging food for us. All right. Exchange of handbooks. Whoever needs handbooks, please go to the office room and find your own handbook. If you don't have it, let us know. And whoever has old handbooks to hand over, please put it in the office room. On the windowsill.